4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's waste them!
Alright, I think this video does not need an introduction because, for one, I'm lazy, and I think it does not fit very well. This video is split up in 3 parts. First, I'll explain what OMVM actually is, and after that I will talk about the rules and gameplay of the game mode. I will explain how you can install the custom files and set up a game of OMVM. If you want to skip directly to the setup, just skip to the timestamp on screen. This game mode allows you to play literally any MVM map and mission in single player. It also works on your own local server. You know, the create server button. The big point of this game mode is that you can play alone, given the name OMVM, one man versus machine, which only works if you're incredibly overpowered, the mission is balanced, or it's impossible to lose. That's why I decided to block the path that the robots walk on normal missions. And if you ask yourself if the robots can't just use another path, no. They'll just keep slamming their little metal heads into the wall, hoping that it will magically disappear. You will also ask why I call this a game mode. The reason is that the experience is very different from regular MVM. Where normal MVM is a normal tower defense focused game mode, this one feels more like a no-fail horde FPS. I should also mention that before I continue with the next section is that all of the rules that I set up in this game mode can be changed as you wish. So I said earlier that the path is blocked. That is not the only thing that has changed. All of the rules and other little things are set with console commands, more details in the setup section. The first thing I changed is the respawn times, which are disabled. This is just so I don't have to wait as much and not have to spend any money on broad respawns. Speaking of money, there are 4 different settings for money. 1. No money. This means that you do not buy any upgrades and play as you would in the core game modes. 2. Original, which means that you can use the money that you can collect, like normal MVM. 3. Normal. With this setting, you cheat yourself the money that you have missed, including the wave bonus. Example. You finish the first wave, but you have missed $100. Now you cheat yourself $100 plus 1 more 100 as a bonus. And last but not least, full. This just means that you can cheat yourself so much money that you can upgrade everything. I recommend using the 3rd setting most of the time. Finally, yet importantly, I should cover the custom content that is on the website. It contains a config file that should be executed before playing OMVM. Then there are new missions called OMVM Fix. These are just the original missions, but optimized for OMVM. They, for example, remove those little pieces of annoying sentry busters. And all the support classes like Sniper, NGs and Spies have an increased delay in spawning. In addition, other support classes, not Sniper, NGs or Spies, have been changed to normal non-support classes. Lastly, the health of the tanks has been divided by 6, since they are the only things that can actually make you lose. Before I start with the instructions, I should say that every time you start up a map, you have to repeat these steps. I cannot sadly make the process automated, only the TF2 team can do that. Now, finally, I will start with the setup. Below this video is a download link to a VPK file. If you installed this mod before and you know what to do now, you can skip this step. However, for those who have never done that, it is quite simple. Once downloaded, locate the file, then navigate to your TF2 folder, which is in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Team Fortress 2. In here, you go to TF and then Custom. Now, move the VPK file into the custom folder. Well done! The custom files are now installed. Before we can actually boot up a game of OMVM, we need to bind some stuff. Open the console with either the start parameter -console in Steam, TF2, right-click Properties, or load up a game and open the console via the console button. The default button is the button below Escape. Next, type in bind, then the button that you want to use. If you do not know the button name in the console, open the keyboard options and bind a function to it. The name that is then being displayed is the right one. And now you need to copy the commands from the instructions below and assign each to a different key. I personally use keypad plus, minus, and so on. In the main menu, open either the console or the create server window. Make sure the player count is set to 32. In the console, use max players 32. Now type in map, then the map that you want to play on. If you are using the create server window, just choose an MVM map from the list. In this example, I'm going to Manhattan. Once the map is loaded, open the console again and type in EXEC-OMVM. This will set all the rules and other stuff. For the last step, go near the bomb drop spot and use the binds to place walls that block the path. One bind will place walls, one removes them, and the last rotates them. Though I do not recommend rotating them, because if you do, the hitbox for the projectiles does not. So try to keep the walls in their original rotation. Now finally, you can start playing OMVM. Last but not least, playing an OMVM mission can take a long time, so you probably want to save. However, there is no hard-coded way to save and load in TF2. This is why I recommend to create a text file or similar to keep your progress saved in that. Personally, I use the map, the mission, the wave, the class, the loadout, and the money. To restore the game, simply repeat the steps for a normal round setup, but before you start, use the command tf_mvm_jump_2_wave, then the number of the wave, and then currency give, to give yourself the money that you have collected in the previous rounds. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video successfully achieved in informing you how to play OMVM. Now for some outtakes. For the last step, go near the bomb. For the last step, go near the bomb drops. For the last step, go to the. For the last step, go near the. For the last step, go near the bomb drop spot and use the binds to place the walls. For the last step, go near the bomb spot. For the last step, go near the bomb drop spot and use the bind.